Hey, I'm Michael Fiddle, and today we're here at the Bob Tiffin Service Center. I got Mr. Shawn Cole, our training coordinator manager, here with us today. Thanks for being on the show, Shawn.
Yes, sir.
We want to go through a real quick informational video for you guys in the next 2 series that's going to define the procedures that you need to consider when you're setting up at a campsite and when you're tearing down at a campsite. Now, we're not going to go into every single detail as related to your model coach, but we're just going to give you this quick tip, informational video that's going to help you set this up. So first, what we want to talk about is assessing our campsite. Now, Shawn, what do we need to consider when we talk about that?
Assessing a campsite, first off, you want to make sure there's no obstructions in the way of the campsite. You want to make sure that your hookups are on the driver's side of the motorhome, approximately 10 to 15 feet away from the motorhome. As well as you want to make sure that there's nothing that your slides or your awnings are going to hit when you extend those out.
Yeah, that's a good point, Shawn. And also we want to talk about the next step is leveling our coach. Shawn, take us into depth on what we need to consider when we level the coach.
Well, when you access the campground, you also want to make sure that you're on the most level ground. So since you're on the most level ground, if you have chocks, you can use chocks to chalk your wheels. And then you would make sure that your parking brake is set and your ignition is on, engine running.
Yeah, that's going to take us to extending our slides next. So when we extend our slides, we want to make sure that we keep in mind that it puts a lot less strain on the pump system if we keep our motorhome engine running, and it just sends more voltage to our pumps.
So we have the motorhome leveled off, we have our slides and awnings extended out. Next, we're going to hook up the campground power. Access your power cord reel, bring it over to your power source. The first thing you want to do is make sure that the breaker to the campground power is off. If you have an external surge protector, this is a good time to plug it in first and then power up the shore power pedestal to make sure you get both legs of 110 coming through and there's no dirty power. If you do not have an external power surge protector, and you have an internal surge protector, you still want to kill the breaker before you plug in. The reason you want to kill the breaker is to avoid you from getting shocked or having a power surge issue. Then you want to turn the breaker on, introduce power to the motorhome. The next thing we want to do is hook up to city water. The first thing we would recommend doing is checking the water spigot at the campground first to make sure you have good water pressure. Then you can access your wet bay cargo door and plug up your city water hose to the spigot. If you have a water pressure regulator, we would recommend you keep it between 55 and 60 psi. So now we're connected to city water. Next, you want to connect your sewer hose to the gate valves. And please remember to always camp with your gate valves closed and only dump when needed.
And once we've done all that, Tiffin family, we set up our campsite and we start making our memories. And as always, we appreciate your business and we hope you find this video helpful. Until next time.